So today I have a full drugstore look using some of my favorite drugstore products. Now I've done another video like this before, which I will link below, and I got a lot of positive response from it. A lot of you liked to see me using some of my favorite drugstore products instead of just talking in videos about like, oh, this is my favorite because of this. Oh, this is my favorite because of this. I'm trying to do more looks, full looks, using all of my drugstore favorites so that I can highlight them and show you how I use them and why they are my favorites. So today I just went for a really nice neutral eye look, and I did a pop of color on the lips. This is one of my favorite ways to wear a coral or an orange lip. I think that's so on trend, especially for the spring. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing a full tutorial using some of my drugstore favorites and showing you how I like to wear the pop of orange on my lips. If you're interested in seeing this look and some of my favorites, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, if any of you watched any of my videos before, my husband is notorious for showing up in the background doing yard work. I'm like, hey hon, I'm gonna sit down and film a video, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna crank up the lawnmower. So you might hear the lawnmower come in and I might have to stop throughout this video, but yeah. Just a warning, he's notorious for it and it might happen again today. Okay, he's laughing. He just came out and he thinks it's so funny because now he knows. He says he's almost done, so he seriously thinks it's so funny. I'm gonna start out with Revlon Photoready. In my last drugstore video, I did the Revlon Color Sorry. I did the Revlon Color Stay Whipped, and that is my probably all-time favorite foundation, but since I wanted to do something a little bit different, I really do like the Revlon Photoready. I haven't talked about it a lot on my channel. It's a newer find for me, but it is something that I like. I am in the color 03 Shell. So we are going to just pump this out. It's a very nice liquidy foundation. It does drip a little bit. I wouldn't say it's thin. It's a really nice consistency. I'm going to use this Real Techniques buffing brush to buff this in. This is a great alternative from the drugstore for a foundation brush if you're looking for one. Okay. He's driving away on his riding lawnmower. So funny, buddy. Okay. I like the coverage and I like the consistency of this foundation, but I am getting a little bit more color. It's starting to warm up here in Texas, so I'm just going to bronze, make sure I'm like good with the bronzer. So for concealer, I'm using the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. I love this. This is in the color Fair. It's really light, but I like it for brightness. If you don't have MAC, my favorite concealer is MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. This is the alternative, in my opinion, as far as wear and consistency for that concealer. So I'm just going to put that right under my eyes, kind of up in that triangle, and just blot that in. Now to set all that, I'm going to use Rimmel's Stay Matte Powder. This is in the color Sandstorm. I love this. As you can tell, I'm almost out of it. I need to get another one. It's a great powder from the drugstore. I'm using an e.l.f. kabuki brush. Perfect kabuki brush, such a soft, it's $6. You can find it at Target, Walmart, wherever e.l.f. is sold. I highly recommend that. So I'm just going to set everything with this powder. Okay, we're going to move on to the eyes, and then I'm going to finish up the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with Milani's Shadow Eyes. This is the color Almond Cream. Using that to cancel out my eyelids and give a nice base for the shadows that we're going to be applying. I'm going to take that all over my lid. Excuse my nails, they're not painted. I am trying to let them air out a little bit. So I'm going to be using this quad from Maybelline, and I talked about it in a favorites. I really love this quad. This is Maybelline's Sunbaked Neutrals quad, and I really like the matte color in this quad. I mean, I also love all the bronze colors. I don't with 8 shadows, and it's under $5, so it's a really great deal from the drugstore. So I'm just going to start by going into my crease with this very neutral matte brown color. I'm going to use the Target Up and Up brush. This is one of my favorites. I just love this brush. So just run that color through your crease. It's not a very, it's a very cool toned brown color, and that's kind of what I like about it, because I have a lot of warm tone colors, but this is a very nice cool tone brown transition color. And I'm running that through my crease and then just like a little bit up to fade in. We're going to go in with this darker color right here in the corner. It's a deeper bronze brown color, and I'm using a Real Techniques shading brush. It's a little bit smaller bit of a brush. I'm just going to start by placing the color out here. So this looks really messy, but don't worry, we're going to blend it out and we'll diffuse the color so it won't look that. Okay, now that you've placed the brown color on the outer corners, we're going to go back in with the blending brush and a little bit more of that brown for the first neutral transition color. And we're just going to use that to soften the edges and blend that out so that it doesn't look that messy or harsh. And just take it and pull it inward. Now I'm going to go in with this neutral color and the sponge tip applicator that came with this palette, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this whiter shimmery color right here, and we're going to place this on the upper brow bone, and then I'm going to take the blending brush to blend that line out, and also in the inner corners. And I'm just going to use my finger and soften those edges and then use the brush to kind of all blend it all together. Now we're going to use one of my favorite L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows. This is in Eternal Sunshine. It's a really nice golden color. It's more of a yellow gold, and I wanted to do a really fun orange pop on my lip today in this look. Since we had a lot of cooler colors, cooler browns on the eyes, I thought it'd be fun to bring a little bit more warmth with a very yellow color on the lids, and I just love these Infallible eyeshadows. So I just used my finger to apply them because I think that that's how they apply best. So I'm just going to tap that on the lid, and you can go all the way in with that. One of my favorite liners are the Jane liners. These are water resistant, and this is in the color brown. So original. So I love these. They stay all day. I'm going to tightline with this and put it in my waterline. I'm not going to be using any liner on my upper lash line. I'm just going to really use mascara, and then we're going to do that bright bold lip. So just use this to tightline your waterline. Now going back into the Sunbaked Neutrals palette, I'm going to take that first warm brown, and this is a Real Techniques brow brush, but I'm just going to take this and use it to smudge under my lash line, to just smudge that liner out a little bit. This is the L'Oreal Lash Out Butterfly Mascara. I love this stuff. The wand is just perfect. A lot of people have said that they get flaking with this mascara. I haven't, and I would be the one to be like, it flakes, it's out. But I really like this mascara, so I'm just going to apply several generous coats of mascara to my eyes. If you would like to see a demo of this mascara, then I will link that video below. But I'm just going to finish up my eyes, and I will be right back. Okay, so I applied my 2 coats of mascara. Okay, so one of my favorite bronzers is from Jane, and this is in the color Inspire. I really like this color, and it's kind of one of my favorite bronzers of all time. It's one that I go back to because I know that it's a really soft and good color match for my skin. I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush with this. I love this brush. I don't typically do a whole lot of contouring. I just do like a subtle contour, and then I blend it out and really just bronze up my face. But since that foundation that we use is a little bit lighter, I'm going to need a little bit more of a bronze. But you see how that's just a really nice, soft, subtle color to the face. That's why I just really love this product. And I think that it blends into my skin really, really well. So since we're going to be doing a really fun orange lip, I wanted to pull out this Milani blush. This is one of their baked blushes, and this is in the color Bella Rosa. A lot of people are very nervous to use a red blush. So I think that it gives the most natural look to the cheeks. So we're going to go ahead and use this blush today. I'm using this brush from Walmart, and it's one of their HD brushes. So I'm just going to put barely any on and really subtly just work that into the cheeks. Okay, now on to a highlight. I'm using, this is from Physicians Formula. This is their Translucent Pearl highlight. I love this thing. It's just a really beautiful, nice highlight from the drugstore. I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush. If you can't tell, Real Techniques has some of the best brushes from the drugstore. I use them like even in place of my high-end blushes. I just love them. So this is a gorgeous highlight. We're just going to put that in a C shape around my eye and a little bit down the bridge of my nose. First, I'm going to line my lips with, this is from Milani. It is an anti-feathering lip liner. It's a lip primer and lip liner. So it is clear, translucent, and this is perfect if you do not want to purchase a lip liner that has for a bunch of different colors. You can have an all-in-one. This just prevents bleeding. So that will just prevent any darker color from bleeding out. So now the two lip colors that I have, I'm going to kind of go in with both. This is from Maybelline. It's from their Vivids collection. It is the color Vibrant Mandarin. It's just a really beautiful, affordable, nice orange color. It's not, it has a little bit of a coral to it. It's not as neon. I think it's very, very wearable. And then also this is from NYX, and it's one of their soft matte lip creams, and this is in the color Morocco. This is another option. It's essentially the same color. It's just a little bit darker. Now that is the Morocco right there. So I'm going to start out by putting this color from Maybelline all over my lips, and then I'm going to go around the edges with a little bit of the darker color. They're essentially the same color, like I said, just a little bit darker. So I'm just going to start by putting this one on. Now you can totally stop here. You can add a gloss. I just want to add a little bit of this to the outer portion of the lips and just make it a little bit darker right here. Now that did not really add very much when I put it on. It didn't really do anything. So that did not really do anything when I put the darker color on. So you could go with either of those lip options. The NYX one smells a little bit like vanilla. It is a very comfortable, soft matte, and it's like a cream lip gloss. You can, you know, applying it with a wand, you can get a little bit more precise. With the lipstick, I mean, both of them are very affordable products, but I just love this deeper, darker, almost pop of orange lip. So this is the finished look. I just thought it'd be fun to use some of my favorite drugstore products and recreate another look. I'm going to try and do this every so often and use all of my drugstore favorites. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.